tonight. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Ball carrier.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. There's a nice move. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12 yards leads to 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start the drive with Peterson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Peterson, the ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Haskins on 1st down. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Ball carrier.
And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Haskins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jamie Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From the gun, Haskins. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Lions, nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Dustin
following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 1st down, Stafford here. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play.
They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Swift is hit, and he clips it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Peterson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The ball carrier. Christian Jones got him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Peterson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jeremy Sprinkle. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
For the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 46-yard attempt.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at about the 32. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Stafford's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got a man, that's Quinn. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. They'll run with a former Bulldog. It's the rookie DeAndre Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Swift is hit and he coughs it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Stafford. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he's got it up and through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Turn. Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Third down, here's Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
8 yards to go on second down. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Swift on the counter, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Ryan Kerrigan, the one who stepped in to make that play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And it's a little incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Lions 10, Washington 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Sims to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Return. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Terry McLaurin. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. To throw again on second down. Haskins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haskins. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
J.D. McKissick. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the foot. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
In the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Stafford, and his throw here is incomplete.
DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time.
But it'll be 2nd down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And he takes this one in for his touchdown. Danny Amendola, 36 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. at their
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with McKissick, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The Washington ball carrier.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. The pass there over the middle to start things out. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Stafford
Gets it quickly to Galladay. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Washington 6.
They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Washington will take over first and 10. At their own.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10
at their own 23. They will run it. It's McKissick. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Second and 8 coming up.
Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now. Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Complete.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now Haskins on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Haskins pass, thrown away and incomplete. Makes it second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
Stafford's pass, thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stanford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Amendola catching it left side.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And he's going to go down again. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Stafford.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And able to break one one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Washington on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Haskins back to the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Haskins going to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So out now come the Lions. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Haskins in the Washington offense. Down 20-13. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. They'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Haskins pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Complete.
Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Brings up fourth down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he's got Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.